Dragon Masters, Legend of the Star Dragon, written by Tracy West, illustrated by Graham Howells. Chapter 1, The Star Flute. "Show us the Star Flute, Drake," Bo urged. Drake held out the shiny silver flute. Bo and Jean, Dragon Masters just like Drake, leaned in to get a closer look. Behind them, Griffith the wizard nodded thoughtfully. "That is a very magical object indeed. The magic coming off of it is giving me goosebumps," Griffith said, stroking his beard. "You and Dharma did a wonderful job retrieving it, Drake." The Dragon Masters had been very busy trying to save the world from a dangerous shadow. The sky shadow blocked all sunlight. Crops were starting to die. People were cold and scared. A Dragon Master named Aruna had fed an evil Balam seed to her shadow dragon. She had stopped her wizard from eating the seed, and she thought it would not affect her dragon. But the seed cursed Chaya, giving the dragon evil powers. Chaya began absorbing magic being used by wizards around the world. This made Chaya's own powers stronger. It also gave him new powers, like the ability to create the sky shadow. And because Aruna and Chaya shared a connection, the seed's powers changed her too. The Dragon Masters had learned that a star dragon could stop the shadow dragon, so Drake and Dharma went in search of a light dragon that could lead them to a star dragon. Dragon Master Rune and his light dragon Lisa had helped Drake and Dharma find the star flute. With it, they could finally summon a star dragon. Dragon Masters Rory and Anna had been busy too. They had warned wizards to stop using magic. Now Chaya was no longer gaining power. But the Dragon Masters still needed the help of a star dragon to get rid of the sky shadow and to cure Chaya from the seed's evil magic. Now home in Bracken Castle, Drake was eager to hear what Bo and Jean had learned while he was away. "Did you find out how the star flute works?" Drake asked. "No, but we have learned something very important," Jean said. "Star dragons are born in Hellas before they go live in the sky." "Petra is from Hellas," Drake said. Petra was a Dragon Master too. Bo nodded. "We sent Petra a message, asking that she meet you at the library there." "Petra and her parents should be able to help you learn more about star dragons and how to use the flute to summon one," Jean said. "You and Worm must leave right away, Drake," Griffith said. "Chaya's sky shadow is already covering the whole world." Chapter 2, The Great Library. "Chaya is one of the most powerful beings in the world right now," Griffith explained. "We must stop this dragon before he uses his new strength to do more harm." Drake gently patted his earth dragon Worm. "We haven't slept in a while. Is it okay if we go on our next mission now?" The green dragon stone around Drake's neck glowed as he heard Worm's voice in his head. "Yes, Drake. We must find strength. We are running out of time to stop Chaya." Drake touched Worm's neck. "Then transport us to the library in Hellas." Drake's friend waved as Drake and Worm transported in a flash of green light. Drake blinked. Here, as in Bracken, the dark gray sky shadow blocked the morning sun, but a huge ancient building made of white marble cut through the gloom. Tall columns supported the library's 2 stories. Wide steps led to the great library of Hellas. A girl with curly blonde hair ran to meet them. "Drake, Worm," she cried. A green 4-headed dragon followed her out. "Petra," Drake gave her a hug. Worm approached Zera, the poison dragon, and lowered his head in greeting. Zera smiled at him with all 4 of her heads. "Thank you for meeting us here, Petra," Drake said.
Bo and Jean told me that there is a way to stop this terrible shadow,
Petra said.
I'm happy to help. Come on in. My parents and I have found something.
Drake followed Petra into the library. He gasped. The building was massive. Bookshelves as tall as trees filled the space, every inch holding a book or scroll. Drake spotted a gray kitten playing with a ball of yarn under one of the shelves.
Is that your cat? The one you named Zara after?
He asked. Petra grinned.
Yes. Luckily, both Zaras became good friends.
A woman with hair like Petra's and a tall, thin man approached them.
Mom and Dad, this is Drake,
Petra said.
It is nice to meet you, Drake,
said the man.
I'm Zale.
And I'm Daria,
said Petra's mom.
I wish we could give you a tour of the library, but Bo and Jean wrote us about your mission of great importance. You seek information about star dragons.
Yes, Drake said. Daria nodded.
We have just the book. Enzo is fetching it now.
She pointed up to the top of a nearby shelf. A boy, not much younger than Drake and Petra, stood at the top of a ladder. Enzo grabbed the book and then scrambled down.
Here you go,
the boy said, handing the book to Drake. He had dark blonde hair and hazel eyes.
Thank you,
Drake said.
I think I'd be nervous to climb all the way up that ladder. Enzo is an expert climber, and a great reader, too,
Petra said.
He's a big help here at the library.
Enzo grinned.
Thanks, Petra. I really love being around all of those books.
Petra took Drake's hand.
Let's see what we can find out.
Chapter 3. A Starry Tale. Drake and Petra sat down to look at the book together. The title read, Legend of the Star Dragons. Petra opened the book, which was filled with beautiful pictures. She read along the tale of the star dragons. Every 300 years, one of the star dragons fly down from the sky. She lays an egg at the star temple on the highest peak of Mount Sky in Hellas. When the egg hatches, the baby dragon flies into the cosmos to join its parents. A baby star dragon was usually never seen again, except as a twinkling star in the night sky. Then long ago, a baby star dragon named Nova fell to Earth after bumping into an asteroid. Nova was injured, and a girl named Stella helped her heal. When Nova got better, she flew back to the stars. But Stella missed her dragon friend, so she asked Harmonia, the goddess of music, for help. The goddess created the star flute. First, Harmonia played a song to summon Nova back down to the temple. Then she gave Stella a dragon stone, and Stella became Nova's dragon master. Harmonia played a second song that allowed Stella to stay with Nova in the stars forever.
When Stella and Nova flew into the stars, Harmonia hid the flute in a faraway land,
Petra read.
But if the flute is found, it may be used to summon Stella and Nova to the temple. They can visit for only a short time and cannot leave the mountaintop.
Petra turned the page and pointed.
This is the tune to play on the flute. It is beautiful. You can read music notes?
Drake asked.
I never learned how to do that.
Petra nodded.
I learned so that I can play the flute when Zarya sings. Then you should be the one to summon the star dragon,
Drake said.
Me?
Petra asked, wide-eyed.
Yes, Drake replied. There's only one problem. The star dragon won't be able to leave Mount Sky.
He took a deep breath.
We'll have to lure the shadow dragon to the temple.
Chapter 4. Help from Darpin.
You want to bring the shadow dragon here, to Hellas?
Petra asked with a shiver.
Yes, this star dragon is our only hope of stopping the shadow dragon from doing more harm, Drake replied. We have to bring the two dragons together somehow.
Drake handed Petra the star flute.
Keep this safe. Worm and I need to go to Sindhu, where Chaya and his dragon master Aruna live. Aruna's brother Darpin may be able to help us bring the shadow dragon to Mount Sky. We will meet you there.
Petrus nodded.
I will fly there on Zera. Good luck, Drake.
Drake said goodbye and left the library. Then he touched Worm, and they quickly transported to Sindhu. Worm had brought them to a house at the end of the road, with a moon carved into the front door. Drake knocked. A boy with dark brown hair and glasses opened the door. He looked around worriedly.
Drake! Worm!
Darpin cried.
Why did you come back? If my sister learns you are here, you'll be in danger. Thank you for helping Jean and me to escape before,
Drake said, stepping inside.
I was worried that Chaya might have hurt you after we left. Even under the powers of that cursed seed, Aruna knows that I'm her brother,
Darpin replied.
She will not let her dragon hurt me, but I cannot say the same for you and Worm. Now tell me, why are you here?
Drake explained that they had found a way to summon a star dragon, but only to Mount Sky.
I need your help. Can you get Aruna and Chaya to Hellas?
Drake asked.
Maybe you can tell your sister that wizards are meeting on Mount Sky to try to stop Chaya.
Darpin nodded.
That could work. Chaya might get angry and fly there to stop them. Exactly,
Drake said.
It should take some time for Chaya to fly there. In the meantime, Petra and I will summon the Star Dragon. I do not like lying to Aruna, but I'll do it, Darpin said. Just promise me that my sister and Chaya will not get hurt. We'll do everything we can to protect them, Drake promised. We will save Aruna and Chaya from the Balam seed.
Drake joined Worm outside.
Let's get to Mount Sky,
he said. As he closed his eyes, he made a silent wish.
I hope this plan works.
Chapter 5. Guardians of the Temple. Moments later, Drake and Worm arrived at Mount Sky. They had landed on a flat area just below the highest peak of the mountain. Drake felt a strange crackling of energy in the air.
It must be because we're so close to the sky shadow. We're really high up, he thought.
Petra and Zera stepped out of the gloom. Petra had brought the star flute and a book about star dragons.
How did it go in Sindhu?
Petra asked.
Good. Aruna's brother will help us. I just hope the plan works. If it does, the shadow dragon should arrive soon,
Drake said.
We need to head to the temple now and summon the star dragon.
Petra motioned behind her.
This path will lead us there, but the book says a dangerous creature called a griffin guards the temple.
Drake's dragonstone glowed green. He heard Worm's voice in his head. Petra is right. A dangerous creature awaits us.
We'll have to get past the creature,
Drake said.
The temple is the only place we can summon the star dragon.
Petra took a deep breath.
The book tells of one way to deal with the griffin,
she said.
Zera and I will have to do it. Worm and I will follow your lead then,
Drake said. Petra and Zera started up the path. Drake and Worm followed. The four of them soon reached the top of the mountain. Ahead stood a white marble temple. Star-shaped symbols were carved across the beam on top of the columns. Something is coming, Worm warned Drake. A creature stepped onto the path, blocking their way. The beast had the body of a lion and a head and wing of an eagle. Be gone from here, the griffin screeched.
We're on an important mission,
Petra said.
Please let us pass.
Be gone, the griffin screeched again, or face my wrath, the wrath of the guardian of the Star Temple. Beware my claws. Petra's dragonstone glowed. Petra leaned in to Zera and whispered,
Sing the griffin's lullaby.
The poison dragon's four heads began to sing,